हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू रियल लिटरेचर एंड रैंडम वीडियोस बाय नेहा सुल्ताना। आज के इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे थर्ड सेमेस्टर का जो ये सिलेबस है पोस्ट कॉलोनियल लिटरेचर। तो हम यहाँ पर ये तो इसका सिलेबस है जो कि हाफ है, आई नो। इसमें क्या इंक्लूड नहीं करा हुआ है ये सिलेबस में बोले तो राइटर्स, मूवमेंट्स, कॉन्सेप्ट्स, ट्रेंड, तो इतना मैंने नहीं लिखा था। लाइक ये थोड़े ही लिखे हैं मैंने यहाँ पर, तो ये बहुत सारे रहते हैं। तो चलिए वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं, बट बिफोर आई बिगिन प्लीज़ मेक श्योर टू सब्सक्राइब। और अगर आपको कोई भी अगर डाउट है इस वीडियो की रिकॉर्डिंग तो प्लीज़ कमेंट सेक्शन में बताइएगा। और एक जो है, प्लीज़ वीडियो एंड तक देखिए, बीच में स्किप ना करिए। तो यहाँ पर हम यहाँ पर फर्स्ट टॉपिक हम देखेंगे मार्गरेट एटवुड की जो है द ब्लाइंड असैसिन। सो लेट्स डाइव इन। इस वीडियो में मैं आंसर को रीड करूँगी। अगर इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन होना है तो आपको ये वीडियो को तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लाइक करना होगा एंड देन सब्सक्राइब करना होगा। और मेरे चैनल पर अगर 50K सब्सक्राइबर्स होते हैं तो मैं 50K सब्सक्राइबर्स से मैं एक्सप्लेनेशन स्टार्ट करूँगी। ओके, सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। द ब्लाइंड असैसिन बाय मार्गरेट एटवुड। Introduction. The Blind Assassin is a novel written by Margaret Atwood. It's a complex story that weaves together various narratives. So at its core, it explores the life of the protagonist, Iris Chase, as she reflects on her past, including a novel within the novel called The Blind Assassin. तो ये जो नॉवेल है, नॉवेल के अंदर भी एक नॉवेल चल रही है। ओके, तो द नॉवेल टच ऑन द थीम्स ऑफ लव, betrayal and societal expectations. As the story unfolds, it reveals layers of mystery and intrigue. यहाँ पर the novel explores the complex relationships between two sisters, Iris and Laura, and the political and cultural changes of their time. After World War II, Iris Chase's sister, Laura, sadly passed away by driving off a bridge in Port Ticonderoga, Canada. While the news press called it an accident, Iris believed it was a suicide. Before Laura's death, she wrote a book called The Blind Assassin, published after her passing in 1947. The book's prologue. Okay, तो गाइस ये एक आंसर है। मतलब आपको अगर आप गुलबर्गा यूनिवर्सिटी के हो या फिर कौन से भी यूनिवर्सिटी को अगर आप बिलोंग करते हो, अगर आपको ये टॉपिक आपके एग्जाम में मतलब आपके सब्जेक्ट में प्रिस्क्राइब किया हुआ है, देन इट्स वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू. Even for the candidates who belongs to KSET and their second paper is English, then it's very valuable. तो ये आंसर को मैंने जो है, मतलब हम ऑफ कोर्स 600-700 की पेजेस की ये जो नॉवल में जो स्टोरी रहती है उतना तो हम एक आंसर में नहीं कवर कर सकते, राइट. तो मैंने क्या किया है, इसको जो है मतलब जो हाईलाइट जो है नॉवेल के, सिर्फ उन्हीं पॉइंट्स को जो है मैंने इस आंसर में लिखकर एक आंसर इसको कंप्लीट किया है. ओके, तो मूविंग ऑन. It features an unnamed man and woman happily sitting at a picnic. In the next part, the man shares a story about an alien planet called Zikron. A newspaper article talks about the passing of Richard E. Griffin, who was a well-known manufacturer and the spouse of Iris. Okay, he passed away a month after Laura's suicide in a puzzling boat incident. Richard is survived by Iris, his sister Winfred, and his 10-year-old daughter Amy. So here, okay, let me adjust it. So in The Blind Assassin, the man shares a story about Zachiel Norn, a city with a strict caste system. Children there enslaved make carpets until they go blind. then end up in brothels if they escape. The city also practices human sacrifice despite losing faith. Another article reports Amy's death. Richard and Iris' daughter and 4-year-old Sabrina's mom. Amy was a drug user. She neglected Sabrina, who is now in her great aunt Winfred's care. So Iris and Laura Chase come from a wealthy family born in 1917 and 1920. Their mom passes away early, and their dad, Norval, is distant by the 1930s. The Great Depression strains their family business, and there's anxiety about communism and worker unrest. Norval cautiously allies with Richard Griffin, a former business rival. In September 1934, Laura befriends Alex Thomas, a mysterious young man with leftist views. They continues meeting as friends in the months that follow. In December 1934, there is a riot in town due to a lockout at the Chase factory. Alex Thomas is accused of starting the violence, and there's a warrant for his arrest. Laura hides him in their house, and Iris helps her sister. While spend time together, Iris and Alex develop feelings, and he kisses her to keep Alex safe. He needs to leave the house and escape the town in January. In the following month, Iris' father reveals he's struck a deal with Richard Griffin to save the business, and part of the deal is for Iris to marry Richard. In May 1935, Iris and Richard get married and go on a honeymoon to Europe. In The Blind Assassin, this story has dark twist when the man ends the tale of blind assassin and the girl by having them eaten by wolves later at a restaurant. The man reveals he is leaving the country possibly for the Spanish Civil War, and asks the woman to leave her husband now. She cannot. She can't because she would have no money to survive. In the 30s, Richard plans a political run. Laura is expelled from school for disruption. In the 1930s, Richard wants to be in politics. Laura gets kicked out of school for causing trouble. The family goes to London, New York, and Avignon. In Port Ticonderoga, they let go of Rennie. Laura talks about Mr. Erskine when Winifred is 17. They want to find her a husband. Iris gets pregnant, but Richard and Winfred send Laura to a mental hospital called Bella Vista because she was claiming to be pregnant herself, which they believe is a sign she was hysterically jealous of Iris. They do not permit Iris to communicate with Laura. After Laura's death, Iris finds Laura's notebooks and learns that Richard had been raping her for a long time. Iris decided to leave Richard, leaving a letter explaining she knew what he did. She went back to Port Ticonderoga with Amy, leading a quiet life. In 1947, she published a book called The Blind Assassin under Laura's name. So this caused a scandal that ruined Richard's reputation or political career. When he called Iris, she revealed Laura's affair with Alex. Richard later took his own life, but Winifred made it look like an accident. Winifred then gained custody of Sabrina. So at this point, Iris reveals that it was she, not Laura, who wrote The Blind Assassin, although they worked on it together, but Iris wrote another manuscript to tell their life story. And lastly, you have to write here a conclusion to wind up your answer, and that's it. So this is it for today's video, guys. If you found this video really helpful, and if you watched this video till the end, then thank you. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have any queries, then please let me know in the comment section. Bye bye.